What is up, people? Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another match preview here on the Cup Chasers. That's right. It's the Arsenal hosting Manchester United in an absolutely massive tie at the Emirates Stadium on Sunday. That's right. It's the big one, the old rivalry. And I really want to win this one. I really do not like Manchester United at all. And I want to smash them. I want to decimate them. I want to absolutely wreck their world. But I don't expect that to happen. As we all know, Mikel Arteta isn't necessarily a world wrecker. It's not what he does. But, of course, there is plenty to discuss in this one, plenty to sink our teeth into. Of course, lots of jeopardy, lots on the line for this one. Of course, it's a brand new look Manchester United, or should I say brand new old look for Manchester United with Michael Carrick at the wheel, I should say. I hope Manchester United fans feel the same because, yeah, it's funny to see the cycles they're going through. But, of course, go ahead and smash up the like button on your way in. Thanks for being here. Hype it up if you got any points left. I know those go quick. Grab yourself something to drink, strap in for this one, and, of course, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Thanks for being here. And I want to know what you're thinking down below. Who's going to win? Who's going to score lots of goals? Is it going to be a boring 0-0, or is it going to be like the battles of old? Lots of goals, lots of action. Let me know what you're thinking down below. And we'll get right into this one. Now, as far as injury news that's come out since United's last game, not much else to speak of. Xerxes still missing. Matheus de Ligt still missing. So I do expect to see the exact same lineup that we saw against Manchester City, with the Butcher and Harry back in the lineup at center back for the Red Devils. Like I say, I expect it to be Dalot on the right and Luke Shaw again, perhaps on the left, is what we're looking at. And yeah, the big thing, the big one about this game is going to be how the midfield sorts itself out, because when Man U were in possession versus Man City, it was very expansive, lots of space, huge holes to look for in the midfield. And I think that just based on what we saw, there is potential for Casemiro to get absolutely left on an island like he has done in the past, in Amorim's formation, and of course in Ten Hag's formation as well. The way they're going to be expansive and really wide when they have the ball, if they play the same way they do, it'll be interesting to see if, especially if it's the exact same lineup, if Bumo is up front with Ahmad out wide and Dorgu out left. Could be Mason Mount, but I do expect, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, from Michael Carrick. So I expect the same exact lineup, looking for that speed, looking for the counterattack. Of course, Arsenal's probably worst characteristic is our transitional defense. When you get us running backwards towards our own goal, facing our own goal, we struggle. And Arteta knows that. Arteta knows that. So historically, when Mikel has come up against Manchester United, he's been a wee bit hesitant, especially at Old Trafford. And I've spoken on this channel about it a number of times, that when we go to Old Trafford, there seems to be a hesitance, a fear that Mikel has. And it's not as prevalent when we're at home, but it's still there because Mikel is hyper aware that United's best quality is transitions, counterattacks, and our worst quality is defending those counterattacks. So Mikel has been cautious in the past with this particular game. Maybe not at the Emirates Stadium, more so at Old Trafford, but it's always there in the back of his mind. You can tell when we play Manchester United. And so Although saying that, having said that, if you look at our last fixtures versus United at the Emirates, we are unbeaten for some time. But having said that, Michael Carrick has played Arsenal one time in his managerial career, and he beat Mikel Arteta. So, of course, United fans are going to be putting that one out there. The graphic says that Michael Carrick is undefeated against Arsenal in his managerial career. Come on, guys. Really? Really? That's what we're doing? He's undefeated versus Arsenal. Bro, he's played one game. He's Michael Carrick in his managerial career has one game against Arsenal, and he's undefeated. You know how the internet is. You know how sensationalized Instagram and Twitter can be. But the opposite fixture was the first game of the season this year, and it was tetchy, it was cagey, it was exactly like I said. Arteta a little bit fearful, but of course it was the first game of the season, and our new personnel, our new defense, we had a bunch of new players come in. We were still working, so it's a whole different game than this one is going to be. Now, as far as what I want to see from Arsenal, we're going to take it as what I want to see and then what I expect to see. So what I want to see is the strongest lineup we got, because we are almost as healthy, almost 100% fit. Like everyone, I think, is healthy, or at least in contention to be healthy for this game. I would love Calafiori to be back. Word is Hincapié might be back as well. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see who starts versus United at the weekend. I want Calafiori to start, but after being out for a long time, it's sometimes tough to come right back in, and then you're going to be up against Ahmad and Bumo, and the pace is going to be necessary. You're going to have to be locked in the whole time, definitely on those counterattacks, especially if it's Calafiori, because of the way he likes to bomb forward, the way he likes to invert into the midfield. He's going to have to be at it for sure, making sure Ahmad doesn't get any change, any joy going back the other way. Now, if it's not Calafiori, I mean, Mosquera's performance against Marcus Thuram would give you, you would think would give you a boost. It's like, oh, players can come back from injury and be all right immediately. Mosquera wasn't all right. He was fantastic. Yes, Marcus Thuram and Lautaro Martinez were combining well against our defenders behind the midfielders in the Inter game. But few stray touches from Lautaro. I thought that Mosquera did fantastic against Marcus Thuram, even though he did get some good hold-up play. Marcus Thuram is a very good player. I'm hoping that the same thing can be said of Calafiori after this game, given that he does play, saying, he's come back and been incredible right out the rip. But I know for a fact that the game plan for United will be to get in behind whichever of our fullbacks is inverting and bombing forward. Now, normally, that's our left-hand side, whether that's Skelly, whether that's Calafiori, etc. And so Bruno is going to be looking to find Ahmad in the space behind there. So we're definitely going to have an eye on that. And I need whoever is at left back to be 100% rare and ready to go. I actually don't know what to expect. I don't know what to expect just based on the lack of information, so to speak, about as it stands right now, as I'm recording, about who's actually going to be fit. Rumors are Calafiori, rumors are Hincapié is back. But if we see Miles Lewis-Skelly, I won't be surprised because of the injury situation there. And if we do see Miles Lewis-Skelly, I'm not going to be upset. I think that he is progressing. He's learning from the fact that he's not as fast as some of the wingers he's facing. I definitely thought you could see that the team and the coaching staff have worked with him on how to deal with players who are a lot faster than him, because that was definitely exposed versus Liverpool and Frimpong. But you could see his improvements versus Luis Enrique and Inter Milan, the way he was angling his runs to cut down the space. So you love to see that. You love to see that improvement. And it gives me faith and hope that if he does play versus Manchester United and Ahmad, we will be just fine. Yeah, let me know in the comments what you're thinking about the lineup down below. It could be up in the air. Of course, there's, is Victor Gyökeres going to start? Is Jesus going to start? So let me know about the different ones down below who you think it's going to be. And speaking of that, for me personally, it's got to be Gyökeres. You just got to continue to start with the guy who we brought in to make the difference, to get us over the line, to add that extra verve, passion, and oomph into our goal scoring abilities. And I think that he's coming into his own. When he scored against Chelsea, I immediately said that's going to buoy him. That's going to bring the confidence, because when you score a goal after being frustrated for however many games, and you can see it. You could see it in that goal, and then you can see it when he scored against Inter. It was like the goal he scored versus Chelsea, scrappy, Fox in the box, forward style goal. You love to see it, right? And then the goal he's scored in the next one was who did we play in between that? Let's look here. Yeah, the goal he scored versus Chelsea, and then so this was the next goal, yeah. But anyway, when you saw him take that, and after he goes to celebrate, and he screams at the top of his lungs, you could see the frustration lifting. You could see it coming out of him, And so I definitely think he's in the groove. Definitely think he's got, his mojo back, so to speak. And I expect Gyökeres to start in this one, despite Jesus's good record against Manchester United. I hope Gyökeres will start, of course, as well. I think he is certainly coming into his own. And if you want to look at stats, if you want to look at the numbers, only Hugo Ekitike has more goals in all competitions across all of the new forward signings, the new number 9 signings in the Premier League. I'm pretty sure Victor is up to 9 goals-ish in all competitions. And so I definitely hope and expect to see him leading the line for the Arsenal. Now, if you consider the fact that when United did not have the ball versus City, they were very compact. They retreated into that Christmas tree with the back line and then the 3 in front, and they retreated right into it and tried to minimize, the space in behind them. And so in order to deal with that, I want to see Trossard over Martinelli, but I'm not sure that's going to be the case because Arteta does like to play Martinelli against low blocks for some absolutely mystifying reason. Now, the only reason I could say that perhaps maybe we should go Nelly over Trossard is because of how I think will hurt Man United if it plays out the way I expect it to. So obviously they're going to be looking for counters, looking to compact space and then spring into the space behind Calafiori on our left-hand side, their right-hand side, as they did a number of times versus Manchester City. And so when they come out quickly and try to play quickly, when we win the ball back in these situations, we have to be so fast the other way. We have to go so fast the other way. A Travella around the corner from Martinelli, a quick pass through the lines. We're going to have to be so fast to counter their counters, because that's the only time there's going to be any space, right? There's not going to be any space in behind when they're compact in that Christmas tree, 11 men behind the ball, park the bus formation. It's not going to be like that the whole time, but that's how they're going to defend. And so when they do break out, when they do come forward, we have to be even quicker back the other way when we win the ball, because that's the only time there's going to be space, right? And obviously it's very, very difficult in this league when there isn't any space. Now, obviously we know the way to do that, the way to beat teams that do this to make them give us space. Free kicks, corner kicks, set pieces, and I don't see why this time should be any different. It's the precision. It's just the precision. Just put it on the back post. Try to score an Olympico every single time, and I expect that once again. I mean, the blueprint's there. If we score the goal from a free kick or something, they're going to come out. So I want an early goal. I want an early goal to make them come out, whether that's a free kick or not, whatever it is. I want to come out exactly like we did versus Inter Milan. And that's the crux of this one. That's the biggest thing about this week for me and for the Arsenal. We didn't necessarily have to do what we did in Italy. And so we have to have that same intensity, that same verve and passion against United, or I'm going to be really upset. I'm going to be pretty upset if this is a flat, hungover performance. Like there is the potential to be after a Champions League night, after putting in that much energy. Of course, that was Tuesday, and we're playing on Sunday. And word is that Mikel gave the team 2 days off after the Champions League win. So I'm hoping that means we're going to be fresh. We're going to be ready. We're going to be at it. And I guarantee if we come out like we did versus Inter in that first 15 minutes, we'll score in the first 15 minutes. And then it'll just be all day making them, because I guarantee if we score first, if we do what I want us to do, and in that first 15 minutes come out with a blitzkrieg like we used to do in 22-23, then Arteta will sit back. He won't, if we get that goal and we get ahead, it won't be just like it won't be just battering down the door, goal after goal after goal after goal. That's not what Arteta does. That's just not how we play against the teams like United, who are very, very good at counterattacking. Because the best thing you can say about United's approach in that City game, obviously we have a 1-game sample, but it was the freedom that the formation and the tactics gave to Bruno Fernandes. And if he plays like that, if he plays at his best, because I kind of hate Bruno Fernandes, not kind of, I do, with a fiery passion, just because he annoys me so much. He's one of those players that he's so good. He's too good. He's way too good to have that attitude. So if he doesn't have that attitude and he puts that to the side and plays the 1-2 touch stuff that we know he's good at, he can definitely hurt us. Definitely hurt us. So I need Declan Rice to be on him all day long. Zubimendi and Declan, and whichever center back is going to follow him into the midfield when he checks to the ball, I need y'all to be at it, on point all day long. Do not give Bruno Fernandes space. At any point in this game, if you give Bruno Fernandes space and he wants to be at it, it's not going to be good for us. It's not going to be good for us. So in defense, against the ball, Bruno gets no time and 0 crosses can come in. 0 crosses can come in at any point. That's been our weakness. That's been our downfall. Crosses come in, chaos in the box, Sunderland score. Crosses come in, chaos in the box, Wolves score. Crosses come in, chaos in the box, Chelsea score off the corner kick in the Carabao. So we unequivocally cannot give Bruno Fernandes space at any point in the game. If he does, it's over. If he does, it's over. Only player that would make it into a combined 11. What's up, Anton? Maybe the combined 11. Bruno Fernandes might be the only one. Yeah, I can see it. I can believe it, based on their current players, certainly. So I definitely think that we just can't give Bruno space, because he's the one guy that can hit us, that can hurt us on the transition. And so, yes, while I do want a 5-0, I expect that if we come out like I want to and score early, Arteta will just kind of ease it up a bit, and they can't hit us. They can't score against us if it's not a counterattack. That's the mentality that Arteta has with Manchester United. At the end of the day, that's why Arteta never goes and actually slaps United in the face. At their worst, I wanted to win 8-2. That still smarts. That one still hurts, and Wayne Rooney, in the interview they did a couple of days ago, just said, hey, man, 8-2 is mad, Anton. 8-2 is mad as well. Rooney just said that the 08 team would smash this team. I hate Manchester United with a fiery passion, so I want to see us destroy them, but I know we won't. 5-0 is definitely mad, Anton, because we won't do this. We won't do this. The best I think we could do would be like a third goal in the 85th minute after they're pushing, and so it'll just be our best performance in this game will be like a complete performance. We score. Oh no. You were at the 8-2? Oh, bro. You should want revenge more than I do. If you were there that day, that's got to be the darkest day I can think of. Like, if you were there that day, you got to want the revenge as much as I do. But unfortunately, I don't think that that's Arteta's mentality as far as just wrecking shop on people. If we get up 2-0 in this game, we'll just kill it off. It'll just be like deaden it, sit back just a wee bit, and don't give them anything on the transition, and we'll just keep them in front of us. Because in the last 3-4 seasons, that's been Arteta's approach, is like, just don't let them in behind us and we'll beat them, because they can't break us down. They haven't been able to break us down in ages as far as their play, And so with as expansive as I expect them to be, drenched in beer by the end of it, yeah, I can only imagine the Man U fans going crazy, throwing beer over everybody. So I would love to see that. I would love to see that someday, but like I said, I don't expect it. And as long as we win, really, I'm not worried about it. I think that even if we put in a really good performance and United put in a great performance and we get a draw, I'm not going to be excited. But the way things are going, Anton, I'm kind of moving over to your side of things, as far as looking around and seeing that we are head and shoulders above everyone as far as how good we are at the moment, how well we're playing at the moment. City are in the dumps, and everyone's talking about how Wolves might do something this weekend, despite how bad they've been, because City have been that bad. So I'm really starting to come into the other camp of Arsenal fans, where Anton, you're, the making sure everybody can see that, hey, City aren't that same City, and so I'm slowly starting to be turned over. And, as long as we win this game, the 3 points is all that matters to me. And I expect that, I love it. Episode 3. I don't want to give a goal, though. I'm greedy. 4-0, bro. 4-0. I'm greedy. Let's not give up that goal. Remember, we've only given up 14 goals, and there's only 16 games left. So 16 shutouts, and maybe that's too much. Maybe I'm doing too much there with 16 shutouts. But yeah, just give me the 3 points in this one, and we'll keep it moving. Of course, there are plenty more big games coming up, and so I just want to win. Yes, I would love to smash them because of old rivalries and because of old hatreds and whatnot. But at the end of the day, just give me the 3 points, and we will keep it stepping. But I think that as far as the tactics go, there will be holes in the lineup, in Man United's formation. So when they go forward, as long as we win the ball back and transition against their transitions quickly, we can devastate them. And so I'm expecting that to be the case. I'm expecting if we score early, I mean, come on. The numbers are starting to come out for Gyökeres. Okay, the numbers are starting to be there, right, Anton? Because only Hugo Ekitike has more goals all comps. Only Hugo Ekitike has more goals all comps, and that's one more. Ekitike has 10 goals all comps. Gyökeres has 9. The proof is coming out. The cream's coming to the top, as they say. and so that's why I definitely want to see Gyökeres in this one, and we'll bring Jesus on at the end. Obviously the news about Kai Havertz perhaps having another niggle, another setback is not welcome. But yeah, I expect to see Gyökeres. I don't want to see him continue to score, and keep the run going. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you, Anton. I'm hoping this is true, and I think it will be true. I think it will be true. And like I say, if Gyökeres just starts banging them in, it's done. It's over for everybody. Yeah, I hope to see that. That's for sure. But like I say, at the end of the day, just bring me the 3 points, and anything else, anything that's even nearing smashing, destroying, decimating, pick your adjective. I'll just be grinning ear to ear. And one thing I do want to say in conclusion is, as far as macro and how I am enjoying the season, the thing that I'm most enjoying about the season, even though I have been paying very much attention to City and to Villa and to our rivals, it's so much less the attention than it was. The practice goal versus the Inter. Yes, yeah, I did see that video where Gyökeres was practicing the exact goal he scored versus Inter. You love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. It's just like when you're on the training pitch and you're doing something over and 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 over, and then it manifests in the game. It's just like, oh wow, maybe Arteta does know his stuff. Maybe the coaches are on to something here, and so yeah, I haven't necessarily been super worried about everyone else, and that's one of my favorite things this season that I'm really starting to kind of I get to smile and laugh and warms my heart to hear the rival tears, the rivals freaking out, everybody thinking, oh my god, oh no, Arsenal are gonna win. It makes me smile. So that's been one of my favorite things about the season. And what is it? It's January. Let's hope that continues for another 5 months. Or let's hope that continues indefinitely. Why not? With all the craziness going on at Man City and all the rumors about Pep Guardiola, is he about to quit? Is he losing it? Is he tired, etc.? Maybe it's our time. Maybe it's our time, and I can only hope. But yeah, that has been the preview. Just give me a win. Just give me the 3 points. That is all I need. Of course, thanks everyone for being here. Drop a like on your way out. Certainly have that notification bell on. We're doing, yeah. I've heard this from more than just Footy Judge Mo about how Arteta is the guy at the moment. He's got everyone playing the best football I think we could possibly play. And it's obvious, your immediate knee-jerk reaction to this is, but what about Pep? What about Pep? Yo, Pep's crumbling right now, and I couldn't be more happy, couldn't be more excited to see it. So, yeah, keep it rolling. Keep the momentum rolling. I want to see exactly what we saw versus Inter Milan, and we will absolutely smash them. So like I said, yeah, thanks for being here. People, subscribe to the channel if you are new. This has been a good one. And go over and check out Anton's channel. Anton does all kinds of stuff on hotsport.eu. And, of course, Fire Them Cannons podcast. Make sure you are going over there and subscribing to them, especially if you're a Gooner. If you're not a Gooner, you can go over there as well. Of course, so shout out Anton, shout out Fire Them Cannons podcast, of course, every single time. And of course, subscribe here if you're new as well. Thanks for being here. Let me know what you are thinking in the comment section down below. Have that notification bell on. We will be back, of course, all kinds of watch-alongs, and we will be doing the watch-along for the this game as well. Absolutely, Anton, absolutely. Definitely want to shout out all of the people that are that are with us, that are on this journey with us. So yeah, that's been the preview, and you will, yep, and you will see me next time.